So we're at the final parts of actually releasing the social media scheduler app to the Google Play Store. The last time we spoke about this on a video was back in March. And back then I was basically gearing up to get the most important parts of the app done. Years and years ago, when I first did this, I kind of made an app that was more geared toward myself. It was easier for me to create Python code that connects to different social media providers' APIs so that I can then be able to programmably post content. As I started to kind of build it out, I just didn't like how everything was going. I wanted to make an app that was open source for developers so that they could actually be able to crash and burn and learn. But then I also wanted it so that the common Joe could actually have an open source application that actually just works for them. After I did that, I decided at least let me start with building out a desktop application that just works for the common Joe, and then I'll go into building a mobile application. So the idea was that I could be able to reuse this existing Python code and then just wrap it up in a nice GUI that would be an exe that was built in Python with tkinter. Tkinter, although great for Python and building out desktop applications, it doesn't really have state management. I did finish out building out the Python application. I had it on GitHub for a while. It was actually in the release builds. You can go and download it, have it on Mac, Linux, or Windows. Then we needed to move on to doing mobile. It's been about 3 months since my last video, and a lot has been done. I had to deal with image resizing because images themselves, when you're dealing with Facebook, have to have a certain resolution. If you're not using the right audio codecs for Twitter or Meta, it's going to cause an API issue. So I had to therefore make a detection in the application that makes it so that it warns you that that won't be supported and that you will not be able to use that for Instagram, Meta. I had to work on making sure that the background scheduler worked. You can actually make a background scheduler that works in the background when the app is terminated. However, on iOS, that is not the case. When your app is terminated on iOS, that is it. This means that I cannot build the app that I was looking for that I can on Android and desktop on iOS. I'm gonna have to create it so that an application can be able to talk to a main server application. So I knew I was gonna have to create more, but I wanted to at least finish up what I had. My goal being is that if I can do this right, that I can essentially make a single code base repository. There's a lot that has to go into that section of it, but that's kind of where we're gonna pick up after we finish the Android application.